picket line. Have you been to jail for justice? Then you're a friend of mine. Law-abiding citizens, come listen to this song. Laws were made by people, and people can be wrong. Wrong founders were against the law, but slavery was fine. Women were denied the vote, while children were confined. The more you study history, the less you can deny it. A rotten law stays on the books till folks with guts defy it. Have you been to jail for justice? I want to shake your hand. 'Cause sitting in line down our way to take a stand. Have you sung the song for freedom or marched that picket line? Have you been to jail for justice? Then you're a friend of mine. The law's supposed to serve us, so are the police. When the system fails to us to see our peace, it must be ashamed that all we want to share. Have you been to jail for justice? I want to shake your hand.
He's off in the morning.
Do you want an attorney?
1A.
Which is?
It's administrative code.
Which means?
You can look into that just to let you know that.
So do you know what it means though?
Just letting you know what the
Can you
deal is
explain
there.
to me what it means?
Thank you.
Okay, so do you not know what the administrative code is? Can you not explain to me what I would be cited for?
Jason Huberty, Madison, Wisconsin, 303 Memphis Avenue, 53714,
Can-
608-957-9335, H1634337544108, 395-769363, DOB 120175, 10:51 a.m. St. Mary's Hospital, Madison, Wisconsin. Anything else? Don't have a vehicle, or I'd have my VIN.
So can nobody here explain like what the administrative code is? Just like what it would be? I have to look into it. I'm the one who has to do something. It's not the Capitol Police who can explain things to me. I have to do it.
What we're here to tell you is that it's a prohibited act under 2.0A.
And you
1A.
cannot tell me what it is.
You can look into that on your own.
I can look into it, but you can't tell me what it is. So you just don't know what it is.
That's the end of it. This is what I'm here to tell you, okay? Thank you.
Well, can Steingraber or Davis tell me what it is? Are they not allowed to speak?
His assistant. He's assisting. You guys, I cannot believe it.
I was pushed
Just
to
get
my
back.
chest.
Just get back.
Sir, she's losing consciousness.
Lay her flat. All right, but yeah, just come on. Just lay her flat for me. Put her feet up. 21 feet. This is not laying her flat. That is considered her feet up. Look it up. There's a lot of things you all need to look up. Now, her safety is our concern.
Dogs hell for the century, $1 million at stake as you search for your demigod.
Thank you, Brandon, very much for that speech and many other favors. I mean, you've done really well for all of us and the freedom of speech in general. So, all right. Next up, we have also one of your very own, Arthur. votes. Hey guys, thanks all you coming out. Pretty exciting. As I hope everyone knows, earlier today, I think it was 13 people had our preliminary court hearing in front of the court commissioner. The court commissioner showed up at the soccer circle later that day, so we came from that. I didn't prepare much. Most of what I wanted to make sure people know are the lies that Chief Irwin has been telling people in the news and anyone who will listen to him. He goes out of his way to claim that he is not a partisan person. He is not doing this for partisan reasons. He is strictly trying to enforce the law as it has been since 1979. This isn't true. He is lying to you. He's lying to us. The law was very severely changed in December of last year to make it much harder for the citizens. Rules. These rules that were not overseen by the legislative body. Chief Irwin was on panel 27 saying that you are welcome to go into the Capitol Rotunda and hold a sign, hold a banner or a sign so long as it doesn't obstruct other people. The reporter asked him, followed up and said, but it's been true that people have been arrested for that very thing. And Irwin almost grinned. And he said, yes, but there were more than 4 of them.
Danger!
So he finds this loophole to allow him to arrest people. As far as I'm concerned, I found out someone was arrested that morning and showed up at the Capitol that afternoon. He didn't ask me if I had a triggering event. They didn't find that. The grounds that he was using to arrest us was an unlawful display of a sign without a permit. And there were more than 4 of them. He needed a permit. On a radio interview with Wisconsin Public Radio, he said that these large banners that dangle from the railings had 2x4s and metal bars. He said this after the reporter asked him how he felt about the 2 Dane County police unions releasing a statement announcing his actions. He said that he is disappointed that they released a statement without knowing the full facts.
Those are the facts and the facts are the facts.
Those are the facts and the facts are the facts. According to Scott Walker, those are the facts and the facts are the facts. He went out of it. He has not engaged with anyone from the sing-along. He has never been at the sing-along. I take that back. He might have been at the sing-along. Last week there was a bat flying around the rotunda. Speculation that he might have stopped it.
Yeah, that was Batman.
Irwin or Jenna. And so this is a favorite story of mine. I'm sure you might have heard it if you heard Irwin talk ever. It was my second day on the job, and I was walking through the rotunda, and I saw this 5-year-old girl and her grandmother walking through the rotunda, and from around the corner, a mysterious person started shouting, "Stop your mom." It's possible, very possible. Regardless, I mean, there was someone in the Capitol who was causing someone to be afraid. He could have followed up with it. That's one thing or another. I bet. The thing about little girls, 5-year-old girls, is they're often scared by a lot of things. I bet he went up to that little girl and tapped on her shoulder very politely and whispered in her ear that the gentleman over there has a secret gun in his bag, and if you make him feel threatened, he could kill you, and we wouldn't be allowed to arrest him. That might make a 5-year-old girl a little afraid to be in the Capitol. There was a man in the Capitol observing the solidarity sing-along with a partially concealed gun. It seemed like it was almost intentionally not fully concealed, so that people knew that he had it. And he was telling people that he is there because he is a disgruntled ex-union member who is angry about the state of union affairs in the state. So that's not creating an unsafe protest habitat. I don't know what it is. Finally, I forget who said it, was it Chris Hedges, but we're seeing all around us in every state the criminalization of dissent. That is exactly what we have here. They're criminalizing. It's unsuccessful criminalization of dissent. We have, last week, there was a veteran who was protesting the Capitol, ex-senator for First Amendment rights. He was singled out and arrested. and went into cardiac distress. During that arrest, a series of other conflicts with the police happened. There were people videotaping the arrest. Police were particularly pushy and shovey at that point, and it's my understanding that someone, I was shoved that day, and I didn't file a complaint. I told the police officer that I'd like to, but I felt intimidated. I felt like if I filed a complaint, I had no reason to think that I wouldn't be retaliated against by the charges. You know, I filed complaints before, and they haven't been taken seriously or followed up on. I had no reason to think that they would follow up on my complaint. And with this new administration, when they go to people's homes and offices, I didn't feel comfortable filing a complaint. It's my understanding that there was a woman who was filming the police, who was shoved by the police, filed this complaint. This happened last week, and today received a citation in the mail for obstructing the police officer's actions that day. It wouldn't have had her addressed otherwise. She received it in the mail. So this is what we have to look forward to as a friend. I guess, Chief Irwin might not be part of it. Might not be doing it for partisan purposes. But a fascist police state doesn't need to be partisan. So, thank you for coming out to this, and let's keep going. Thank you.
All right. That was some tales of badness. Seriously. All right, next up we're going to have Damon from the Autonomous Solidarity Force. Where is it? There he is.
Go Tyrone! Thanks again, y'all, for being here. I'm going to try and keep this fairly brief. I think we say a lot of the things we need to say. But I don't have Facebook anymore, so I'm not sure. What I would like to say, though, is that this matters. When we first started doing this a couple years ago, this didn't happen, right? And that's fine. It's beautiful what we've gone through, what we've seen, what we've accomplished, and who we've become, right? But this makes a difference, and it puts a smile on my face to see us support each other in this way. This is real community. Community is not what 140 characters. So forgive me if I get right into the fire and brimstone, but this is some bullshit. Yeah. We're standing right outside of a building with captive human beings. Captive human beings held against their will at our expense. Yeah. And let us not forget that. And that's not even the end of that injustice. They want us to live here. They want me to wake up every morning in this building. But the one thing I'd like to say to you is that if you're there with me, I no longer fear that. If I know that this is out here, I no longer fear that. So as you go about what you do, and as you express yourselves, remember what that means to people, and that you do this for more than yourself. And finally, I want to